I think that's a good message for a lot of the youngsters, particularly men in the early 20s who are complaining about life, how hard it is. Just be patient, because the good years, the golden years, still are probably 10 years away.
Yeah.
So just focus on investing in yourself, developing your skill set, whatever it is, your career, everything else. And then when those golden years come, then you're
ready. Well, that's a really, really great point. A few things there. So first off, like the black pill, incel, men going their own way movement that we see at the moment, and this general nature of cynicism, which is on the internet. First off, I hate it. I hate how cynical the internet's become, especially when it comes to dating, but with everything, you know, like what's the point in trying? The world's against me, etc., etc. And I understand that people have got challenges and they've faced like hardship in life and stuff. Like that's the fucking game, mate. The game is the hardship. Some people have had it really, really tough, don't get me wrong. But a lot of people haven't had it that fucking tough and they're just making a meal out of it. Like, some of the like dark depths that I went to with, you know, consistent periods of acute depression and bedridden sadness. Yeah, it sucked. I don't identify with that. So the part of the cynicism that exists on the internet that is so self-reinforcing because it encourages people to either blame somebody else or to see themselves as a victim. So much of that is a byproduct of just being young as a guy. If you're 45 and have tried to make relationships with women work and failed, I can understand you saying that you're going MGTOW and that you're, you know, casting off relationships because you've been hurt too many times. If you're 19 and you've had your heart broken for the first time, how the fuck are you saying you're going your own way? Like, what is that? That's you just giving up. Fine, okay, be the giver-upper a guy. Like, you're being a pussy. Like, let's say it how it is. I usually dance around this topic because I don't want to, like, upset people on the internet because there's cynics out there that'll say, oh, like, you know, you don't understand how hard it must be easy for you or whatever. No, fuck off, bro. Everybody's got challenges. Everybody's got things that they're struggling with. Man up.
Yeah.
Fucking man up. The world is as easy and convenient as it's ever going to be, and you're complaining about the fact that, oh, the existential weight of fucking living. Everybody's got that. Everybody has to face this stuff. So
I don't think there's enough people saying man up.
Yeah, and I don't mean ignore your emotions. I mean fucking integrate your emotions.
Yeah.
Talk about them. Manning up also includes being mature about your emotions. It means crying in front of your friends and being vulnerable and open. This isn't like some ancient archetype of patriarchal toxic masculinity. This is me saying fucking transcend and include your masculinity. Transcend and include the challenges that you've been through. Some of the guys that I'm in men's groups with, and again, this gets onto the age thing we're talking about. One of the dudes wrote this like 10 paragraph long message into a group chat with 13, 14, 15 guys in that was like, boys, I'm having a bad time. A bunch of people that were online replied in iMessage, boys, I'm having a bad time. What's up? He's like, fucking unloaded this thing. Business is failing. All of the staff are leaving. We've got a bunch of cancellations happening. Wife and me are having just dumped this whole thing. That guy opened up, right? That guy opened up. Yes, he had a support system around him, but he worked to find a support system. He's in the right place. He moved to a city where he could find people. So some people are struggling. Some people just need to lean into, okay, I can deal with this. I know that I can deal with this. This is the fucking task. The challenge that you are facing might not be going to war. It might not be conquering a new land. It might just be conquering yourself, right? So you are in your early 20s, perhaps, or maybe you're in your early 30s. Many of the problems that you're facing will evaporate and dissolve with time, right? You do not know. The guys that are struggling with women, like fucking hell, like I struggled with girls. I struggled massive. Like I was the most unpopular kid in school. The most, by miles and miles and miles. If I'd been on the internet, I absolutely, if I was 15 years old, 100% would have identified with like a MGTOW black pill thing. Like nobody likes me, nobody understands me. I feel alone and lost. And I would have 100% seen the seductiveness of that group. You can't get rid of it, right? So your only alternative is to like ignore that and get out of it and have faith that over time you are an appreciating asset, especially as a guy. You know, girls, I think there isn't like WGTOW. Like there isn't a women going their own way thing, especially for younger girls, because they mature so much more quickly. And, you know, when you're 18, 19, 20, 21, like you've got the world at your feet for many girls. For guys, just have faith in the fact that you do not know where your trajectory in life is going to take you. And as you grow up, you're going to go, fuck, I can't believe how competent and powerful and capable I am. I can't believe how well balanced and progressed I am, and how people treat me differently. So that's an absolutely huge part. And then
for me, I think I was 28 when I finally felt, okay, cool. Like I'm actually content with the person I am and the way that life is going.
It took me to probably 33 before I felt like that. And that was massively facilitated through the podcast.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, it's difficult, man. Like striking the balance between encouraging and, like, you know, being sympathetic is difficult. But
I think I've always got to thank my dad for this, because he was very supportive.
Is that Rich? Big Rick? Or is that your brother?
That's my brother. My dad's Clive. Big Clive.
Fuck, Clive's a mint name for a dad. My dad's Kevin.
You can't imagine a
baby Clive. Yeah, that's a name that you get given when you're 18. Like up until that, you're Connor, and now you're Clive.
Yeah, he was always so supportive, but I remember he never like showered me with sympathy and be like, "Oh, don't worry about this," blah blah blah. He literally would just say to me, "Oh, just man up, like once, just like kind of get on with it." And I definitely experienced that throughout my teenage years, and I think that definitely had a big impact on the way I approach obstacles and hardships.
You could see how that could be maladaptive as well, though, right? You know, that if there was something, you know, if he went through some really big trauma and he was like, "Oh, just man up about it," which I'm sure that he wouldn't. He would have been able to temper the amount of sympathy appropriately, right? But this is the thing. This is the problem with, first off, having most of the communication on the internet being in, you know, 100-word Reddit posts or 280-character tweets, is that you don't have the opportunity to find this nuance to say, like, encouraging guys to deal with hardship and giving them the confidence to know that they can bear that burden is great, whilst not ignoring the fact that there are genuine traumas and challenges that guys just need a fucking, like, man hug for, you know? And that was what that dude put in the chat. He was like, I'm not lifting this weight. Like, it's, boys, it's too much. And one of the guys was like, "Where are you?" Drove to go and see him, took him a coffee, sat down, had a chat. That's fucking manning up as well. And I don't know, I haven't heard from the boys about how it went, but I'm going to presume that maybe he cried. Maybe he raged, maybe he fucking broke a mirror, maybe like fucking trashed the house that they were in, maybe he did whatever, he did what he needed to deal with that. But that's part of the challenge too, you know? Mm-hmm. And yeah, knowing that the golden years are probably ahead of you, and even if they're not, like, just make them now. Like, you have the opportunity to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.